Hey guys, our lesson today is dividing rational numbers. So let's do decimals first. So we have here example, negative 8 and 4/10 divided by negative 3 and 6/10. So in this case, we will use the long division. So it is negative 8 and 4/10 divided by negative 3 and 6/10. Now, when you have a decimal in your divisor, you have to change that into whole number. So you have to move the decimal point to the right to make 3 and 6/10 a whole number. So move that. So whatever you do on the divisor, do the same thing on your dividend. So since you move one decimal place to your divisor, move one decimal place to your dividend as well. So move this. So this negative 3 and 6/10 will become 36. Negative 8 and 4/10 will become negative 84. So 84 divided by 36 is 2. 2 times 36 is 72. Subtract. 4 minus 2 is 2. 8 minus 7 is 1. Now, you cannot divide 12 by 36. So all you have to do is add 0 and then bring down that 0. So you have here a decimal point. Make sure that you will align that decimal point on your answer. So 120 divided by 36 is 3. And 3 times 36 is 108. And subtract 120 minus 108 is 12. Add another 0. Bring down that 0. So 120 divided by 36 is 3. 3 times 36 is 108. Subtract, you will get 12. Now you notice that it keeps on repeating. So this is a repeating decimal. So we will just stop here. So 3 is the digit that repeats. So our answer is 2 and 33 hundredths. Alright, take note of the sign. This is negative, this is negative. We are dividing same signs. So the answer is positive. So this is the final answer. Positive 2 and 33 hundredths. Always remember that when you divide rational numbers, decimals, fractions, you will use the same rule for multiplying rational numbers. So, same signs, the answer is positive. For different signs, the answer is negative. So that is true to decimals and fractions. For this example, we will do fractions. So we have there 6 over 5 divided by negative 4 over 3. So when you see division sign, all you have to do is leave the first fraction and then change the division sign to multiplication and then flip the second fraction. So instead of writing down negative 4/3, write down negative 3/4. Then multiply the numerators and multiply denominators. So 6 times 3 is 18. 5 times 4 is 20. Now we have here negative, the other one is positive. So when you multiply different signs, the answer is negative. So leave the negative sign. Simplify your answer. So divide both numerator and denominator by 2. So you have 18 divided by 2 is 9. 20 divided by 2 is 10. And then the sign is negative. So the final answer is negative 9/10. Next is complex fractions. What do you mean by complex fractions? So when you see fractions like this, if the fractions has a fraction in the numerator, or if the fraction has a fraction in the denominator, or if there is fraction in the numerator and another fraction in the denominator, that is an example of complex fraction. So in this example, we have both. Numerator has a fraction, denominator has a fraction. So this is called complex fractions. Now you notice that there is only one fraction on the numerator, but there are two in the denominator. Work out the denominator first. So we will just write down the numerator. So negative 10 over 9 divided by negative 1/6. You notice that we have a fraction, we have a whole number. So if there is combination of a fraction and a whole number, change the whole number into improper fraction. Take note that the fraction that is equivalent to 1 should have a denominator of 6 so that they will have the same denominator. 6 over 6 is equivalent to 1. We have two fractions in the denominator, one fraction in the numerator, so keep the numerator the same. And then work on the denominators. Negative 1 plus 6. So we are adding different signs. If you add different signs, you subtract, take the sign of the higher absolute value. So 6 minus 1 is 5. 6 is higher than 1. So the sign is positive. Keep the denominator. Both numerator and denominators are simplified. There is only one numerator and one denominator left. This time, you can change this into this form. Negative 10 over 9 divided by 5 over 6. Then, leave the first fraction, negative 10 over 9. Change this to multiplication and flip the second fraction. So this is 6 over 5. You can cancel out 9 and 6. So the common factor is 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. You can also cancel out 10 and 5. And the common factor is 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Then multiply the leftovers. Numerators, 2 times 2 is 4. Denominator, 3 times 1 is 3. This is negative, this is positive, so this is negative here. Then simplify, so the answer is negative 1 and 1/3. I hope you learned something from our lesson, dividing rational numbers. I'll see you again on our next video.